Nation, someone number 2, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, QB. Now, on today's video, 2, we will be looking at some of the good news that I have for you, and also we will be speaking about, the coach who a lot of people, a lot of rumors, a lot of speculations are saying Gutum Chita might end up at Naturena, but obviously those are some of the, latest news that we will be looking at, and also other latest news that you need to know about. But of course, before we dive into all of those details and I give you everything that you need to know, please do make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel. If ever this is your first time, seeing Football Trends with QP, don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified and be able to watch that video. Now, where should I start, Buffet? I think I'm just going to start with the good news. Today, I felt generous because I know a lot of us coming from that 2-1 loss. It's been frustrating. A lot of Kaizer supporters have not been happy, including myself. But anyways, I do have something that I think is going to lighten up your mood at the end of the day. Now, speaking of, we do have Kaizer players who have finally made it. I think it's a well-deserved list, Buffet too. We do have 4 players who have made it to a squad to see Hugo Pros. Now, obviously, I know some of you might be saying, but QP, this is just preliminary squad. Maybe he's just doing it so that I actually say in Kolombo. Because at the end of the day, the final squad might not even include a single player from this list that I have. But it's good. It's good to have the players having this kind of a mindset, because at the end of the day, Abachita, whenever they're working very hard, it needs to be given Elona. We need to show what we do appreciate Abachita doing what they're doing. So number 1, we have Brendan Peterson, which obviously I know, guys, he might not even make it to the final squad. But for me, I believe Brendan Peterson deserves to get to Bafana Bafana, especially on this AFCON coming games. And then also we have Rapana, Bradley Cross. Now, obviously, chances are very slim with he might be able to get into the squad, and then Asbambe as a defender, because looking at Bafana Bafana currently with the players that are currently playing there, it is a bit of a tight competition. But if we do need him necessarily, then I definitely think he do make something great lineup Bafana Bafana. And remember, we might think as fans, Abajita, they should not go to Bafana Bafana. But if the opportunity is there and it's something that they want to do, because I've said it before, we might look at the feelings Tina as us, but also we need to consider the players' feelings. How are they feeling in terms of everything that is happening? So Bradley Cross is a left back who's made it to Bafana Bafana preliminary squad, which I'm happy for him. And then also we do have Utabiso Monyan. And now I remember back then we used to have Bruce Vuma there, but now you can see Brendan Peterson is getting the call up, which is definitely good. I just wish Angahlala nje akhona each and every time so, because at the end of the day, Brendan Peterson has been doing wonderful, clean job. I know a few mistakes, but I think it's because of we are coming back from a long time without playing football. So at the end of the day, there's bound to be consequences. So hopefully we've learned from those mistakes, and now we are going to execute things the way we need to execute. And then also we do have Did I speak about Tabiso Monyana? Yes, definitely Tabiso Monyana Bafetu did make it. And then also last but not least, we do have Talpana Duduze Shabalala, who now has made it to Bafana Bafana preliminary squad. Now at this point, you might even say, but QB Yafana says we finally record. As long as he's being called like this, now as a player, he's going to try by all means to make sure since I'm busy with preliminary, I need to make sure I make it to the final. Now, looking at the coach, head coach of Bafana Bafana, yes, Hugo Bruce, I know Buffet too, he has his problems with us, but at the end of the day, he does tend to pick players who are doing exceptionally well. So Abachita, they should just keep on doing what they're doing and make sure they do not fall behind. And definitely Naranjane, I'm sure they can make it to the final squad. Even if Bahlale Benchine as bench warmers, it does help the team when it comes to mentality, yabo, and that is something that we need. If you look at them to do Shabalala so far, ever since why and go national team, I think he got those few minutes. He's been trying to be consistent, so I think it's a good opportunity for Abachita Beti, because at the end of the day, every player who plays domestically, they want to perform at club level and get caps and goals and everything and become the best players in the world. And then also we look at Gaston Sereno Bafetu, which is a player who was suspended. I feel like if we had Gaston Sereno, on the previous game that we lost, we could have at least maybe played a draw or even a win, because at the end of the day, you saw how we were playing. You could see which definitely Abachita, they could win the game, they could take the game, but unfortunately we ended up not taking the game. So Gaston Sereno has been suspended, or was suspended. The good news is he's coming back, so definitely those are some of the good news that we do have. But moving on, I do have Telapana, Coach Jose Riveiro. Now, there's been a lot of talks with Jose Riveiro. Tiwano, Coach Jose Riveiro is going to go to Kaizer Chiefs, and I've said it before, and I'm still going to say it again, guys. I don't think that is going to happen. If it does happen, then I won't be surprised, because Kaizer Chiefs management, they are very good at making surprises. So if they feel yeah, no, those coaches are no longer giving us what we want, because they are people who depend on what is happening currently. They depend on the result now, not the long-term run. It's what I've noticed with Kaizer Chiefs management. So Jose Riveiro has been asked again, or maybe it's the first time me giving you the update to now what is he say about coaching a South African team. Specifically, I know they were asking because there's Kaizer Chiefs, and Kaizer Chiefs only has interim coaches, not head coaches. So it makes sense, as far, even though they are the head coaches, anytime they can decide what we are letting them go. So this is what he's saying. He says it's difficult to say, but the intention is to maybe sorry guys, it's difficult to say where I do like to coach next, but the intention is to maybe or hopefully coach in Europe, but never say no to Africa, Middle East, or USA. I've been already 11 years abroad from home since 2014. There was a narrative as well about me missing my country and family and stuff like that. That's not even close to be true. Obviously, I'm not a rock or brick, I'm a human, but when you decide to be a football coach, you have to assume some certain things, and this is one. My decision is not going to be determined by the kilometers between me and my home. In this case, it's going to be related with so many things. That time will come, because I still want to continue coaching. I'm still young, I'm 48 years old. I think I can still give something to the game. Coach Riveiro, I remember he even said somewhere along there, he can only coach the Orlando Pirates. That's the only team that he has managed to say fall in love with. So that's his club. But at the end of the day, we've heard a lot of coaches say that, and then they just want coaching different clubs. But I don't know. You can let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I don't have the fact, but one thing I do know is the fact that currently there's nothing concrete that can come and say no, Kaizer Chiefs is going to sign Jose Riveiro. And then moving on, we do have Ukazam Down Jr., where he has spoken about how he wish a lot of Kaizer Chiefs players can be on Bafana Bafana, especially for those AFCON games. So yeah, guys, I don't know, but let's just listen to this.